If I am a member of the press pool speaking to the president, and I am standing there in that press pool, and the president puts his finger in a female reporter's face and tells her, "Quiet, Piggy," I am not standing there and saying nothing in that situation. I am not tolerating that.
Quiet, Piggy? I'm just kidding. This guy is literally a ham sandwich with opinions. But that is exactly who he is and how much he respects women. But it looks like the cracks are showing. I mean, the bacon is sizzling.
What? The way? I don't care if you're the president. I don't care if you gave me a million. The way I would have uppercut that motherfucker on that plane.
If he is willing to say that on camera, on Air Force One, live, what is he saying behind closed doors? You ladies, you and I both know what he's saying. You know how he behaves, and you fully understand what he thinks of women. And if you don't, you should now.
Quiet, Piggy? Yes, the eloquent linguistic stylings of President Donald J. Trump talking to a reporter, a poet, a scholar. I'm just kidding. This guy is literally a ham sandwich with opinions. But that is exactly who he is and how much he respects women. But it looks like the cracks are showing. I mean, the bacon is sizzling. And lashing out like that because a reporter asked you about the Epstein files, which you claim to be innocent in? Sounds a little defensive to me. You're squealing louder than a hog that just saw a smokehouse sign. Because he's sounding more like a rabid farm animal who's backed into a corner, foaming, snapping, biting. Somebody call animal control. I mean, J.D. Vance. But the gall of this guy calling anyone a pig is hilarious. This guy is like 90% pork product at this point. He shouldn't be talking about pigs unless he's talking about his official portrait or his manners. But seriously, if you zoom in on a pig's eye and Trump's eye, they are actually virtually indistinguishable. That's what I call pig sure perfect. But calling you a pig is actually far too generous because pigs are actually very clean creatures and highly intelligent. They're just about as smart as dogs and 3-year-old children. So obviously.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and I hope you are all doing good. Today we are diving into a moment that has gotten America buzzing in disbelief. Imagine the President Donald Trump is once again at the center of controversy, this time for calling a female news reporter Piggy after she questioned him about the newly resurfaced Epstein files. Yes, he really said that, and the reactions across the country have been so much explosive. So guys, let's get into these clips. I'll be able to come back with more commentaries. In case of any thoughts, kindly feel free to let me know in the comment section. Stay tuned.
So can I just say something? If I am a member of the press pool speaking to the president, and I am standing there in that press pool, and the president puts his finger in a female reporter's face and tells her, "Quiet, Piggy," I am not standing there and saying nothing in that situation. I am not tolerating that. I am either cursing him out to his face. I know he's the president, whatever, but there's a moment where you have to be willing to lose your job. Or at the very least, I am walking out and refusing to do more press conferences until he stops abusing women. What the fuck, you guys? Are we putting up with this now? This is going to become normal? This is not normal. It's not tolerable. It is not tolerable behavior by anybody, let alone the President of the United States. Why is the press not refusing to cover him? Why are they not saying we will not work with a person who is abusive to members of our press corps? You guys, I'm sorry, but I am not seeing allyship here. I don't know what happened. This is just being reported by people now. He called her Piggy. He put his finger in her face. That's abuse. That's threatening behavior. It's derogatory language. It's disgusting. If you saw a man speaking to a woman that way on the street, you'd say something. Why are you not saying something to the President of the United States? Because you're afraid of him? What's he going to do? Put you in jail for using words? You're journalists. This is an outrageous story. Why did it have to be broken by People magazine? This is unacceptable, you guys. America, have some fucking standards for your president. This is not acceptable. Abusing women publicly in a press corps is not acceptable. And if nobody else in the press will say it, I will say it. And I'm not even in the press. Come on, you guys. What the fuck? This makes me really angry, and it should make everybody really angry. And we should demand better from our elected representatives, from our president, and from everyone in the press corps who stood there and didn't say anything. Shame.
And what do you even say at this point? It's disgusting. It's vile when he calls a reporter who's trying to do her job and says, "Quiet piggy," but are we surprised? I mean, is this a line? Have we not crossed this line 1,000 times before? Don't get me wrong. This is despicable. This is terrible. Don't get me wrong. But what are we doing here? This is just allowed every single day. And for anybody else, any other politician, this would be political suicide, career over. But for Donald Trump, nobody questions it. Did anybody in the reporter pool say anything? Did anybody go off? If I had been there, I'd have given him the old Miss Piggy, the hi-ya, and chopped him in the throat. But nobody says anything because nobody cares, because we're so numb to it, and he gets away with everything. So as startling, as horrible, as tragic, as whatever word you want to put in there, it's just water off a duck's back. It doesn't matter, and we move on because he gets a pass for everything. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Obama couldn't look the wrong direction without getting called out, and Donald Trump can tell a reporter, "Quiet piggy," and we just move on with our business.
Incriminating in the file,
Quiet piggy. It's so demeaning a word, isn't it?
It's vile, isn't it? It's properly vile.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you were going to be childish about this, you could say, well, it's a portly little fat pot that is aiming his criticism at another kettle, right? But I think it's more than that. I think it's that he doesn't have the power of argument, and so he just uses abuse, and we've seen it time and again.
He said, quiet piggy. What? The way, I don't care if you're the president, I don't care if you gave me like, the way I would have uppercut that motherfucker on that plane. Kudos to that reporter. Because, damn, I'm going to lose my voice again over this. The jig is up. He's losing it. And what was she questioning about? The Epstein files. If he says that in front of people, what the fuck do you think he is doing and saying behind closed doors? The jig is up.
So guys, as you continue watching in this video, we are just here to break down the unbelievable moment when Trump called a female news reporter Piggy, just as you are hearing and you are all seeing in the video clip. Yes, Piggy, quiet Piggy. Yes, she questioned him about the resurfaced Epstein files. The shocking insult said publicly and on camera has sparked massive outrage across America. Yes, so with many people calling it yet another example of Trump's long-running pattern of disrespect towards men and the press. So guys, we are just here to take a deep dive into Americans' reactions, and we are seeing the reactions, and we still have another clip to watch. We are watching the political fallout and what this means as the Epstein controversy continues to heat up, from the social media backlash to heated commentary from journalists, the activists, and everyday citizens. So this moment has set off a firestorm that the country can't stop talking about. Guys, continue watching. I'll be coming back for the analysis, and we are here to discuss even in the comment section why this comment is blowing up the internet. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more daily reactions. Let's get into these remaining clips, and I'll be back with more commentaries.
This is Catherine Lucy. She worked for the Wall Street Journal, and she had the audacity yesterday to ask the president about the Epstein files, which, of course, everyone is asking him about the Epstein files, but he doesn't want to talk about it. And instead of responding with no comment or just not responding because there was a plethora of reporters who were shouting questions at him, he looked at her. He leaned in and he said, "Quiet, Piggy." He called this woman, an accomplished journalist who has been covering the White House for the Wall Street Journal, who graduated from the University of Penn, who is clearly an intelligent, well thought out reporter, and he called her a piggy. And that's what men do when they don't have an argument, when they have nothing to say. They call us crazy or they critique our looks. If he is willing to say that on camera, on Air Force One, live, what is he saying behind closed doors? You ladies, you and I both know what he's saying. You know how he behaves, and you fully understand what he thinks of women. And if you don't, you should now.
So guys, we have watched it all, and what happened is that during the recent press interaction, a reporter pressed Trump with a direct question about the ongoing scrutiny surrounding the Epstein and the newly released documents. Instead of addressing the question, Trump turned to her and responded, "Quiet, Piggy, quiet, Piggy, quiet, Piggy." Until I was like, is this news reporter a pig? Or is the news reporter so fat? So, and just like that, social media caught fire. Millions of Americans across political lines expressed shock, frustration, and disappointment. Some said this a classic Trump behavior, while others called it unpresidential, sexist, and a new law even for him. So, guys, let's break down. Trump has a long history of clashing with the press, especially with women reporters. But calling a journalist piggy on camera while avoiding questions about Epstein, this combination hit a nerve with the public. Yes, so it really hit a nerve with the public about because it was calling a journalist a piggy, yes, on cameras. So this combination hit a nerve with the public. People feel he's deflecting, disrespecting, and trying to overpower tough questions by humiliating the person asking them. Yes, so on X, Facebook, and TikTok, Americans have been posting non-stop reactions. Many are demanding accountability, calling out the disrespect and saying it's time to stop normalizing this kind of behavior from political leaders. Women rights groups have especially condemned the comment, calling it misogyny on full display. And you know, when Trump does something like this, it never stays small. Politicians, journalists, and public figures are weighing in. Some are using it to point out his pattern of behavior towards women, while others are arguing that he is trying to distract from the Epstein-related questions entirely. So for many Americans, this moment wasn't just about the insult. It was about what it represents: the lack of respect for press, avoidance of crucial topics, and the normalization of attacking women in positions of power. So the country is clearly tired of it. So what does this mean going forward? Will this incident fade away like so many others, or is this the one that sticks? Let's talk about it in the comments. How do you feel about Trump calling her piggy? Do you think this was intentional distraction or just another Trump-style meltdown? So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss our reactions. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Of course, all credit belongs to the original creators of the video. This video is meant for educational purposes and commentary purposes as well. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Kindly give the video a like, a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, comment, share. Bye bye.